Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Get real.
No.
Yeah, this
just
is
stop.
a sham.
It's finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. Happy Thursday, everybody.
Hey.
Sam Shocker back in the building. Are you enjoying this or
I like
what?
to be on your panel.
Really?
Yep. I'm also Kourtney Kardashian.
You don't like to be on our panel? You
Yeah.
just said that to Jeff.
Yeah.
Me and Tori feeling a little frost down here.
It's cold in the abyss.
All right.
Okay.
We have multiple shows that we do around here. Well, we all get love. Okay. So it looks like there's more trouble for Tiger Woods off the golf course.
Someone just replayed that on a loop. Off the golf, off the golf, off
Well, that's
the golf.
implying that there's trouble on the golf course for him. He made the cut.
He's doing
He made
well.
the cut.
Yeah.
I'm going to start over. Hey, so we all get love on different shows, right? So it looks like there's more trouble for Tiger Woods off the golf course.
Nice.
His ex-girlfriend, Erica Herman, is taking him to court. So listen to this. She claims that a non-disclosure agreement she signed when they first started dating back in 2017 is invalid on the grounds of a new law that says an NDA can't be enforced if there is sexual assault or harassment. So to be very clear, Erica isn't accusing Tiger of these things, but says he was trying to aggressively enforce the NDA. She also wants $30 million from Tiger's trust, not Tiger himself, his trust, after she said she was tricked into leaving his home after they broke up. She claims there was an oral agreement about her living situation at home. I have a lot to say, Tori. You're already getting into it.
I'm just saying, none of this, she has no legal standing. From the details that I have, if you have a new law that says there needs to be sexual harassment and there wasn't, he was pushy, that ain't against the law. If you also have a problem with him kicking you out of the house with there was an oral agreement, you know how sketchy that is?
We've seen Judge Judy.
Yeah, all they can say is there wasn't on the other side. This woman is grabbing and she will get nothing, in my opinion. What do you call it? A par zero.
But someone's representing her.
Someone is, because they're going to take her money, but they will lose. They will lose badly because Tiger Woods has a team of lawyers that will destroy her.
Really?
Yeah.
Even in this Me Too movement,
Absolutely.
you don't think they're going to use that?
If she's claiming right now, like you just said, there is no sexual harassment, you can't then use a law specifically for sexual harassment.
And I wonder if there's going to be a judge that looks at this and there's some anger.
That's right.
Because it's like this law is put in place.
That's right.
For people that have been literally had their lives ripped apart.
Don't
by
abuse
these kind of
this.
egregious
Don't
acts.
abuse this,
and
right.
you're admitting, hey, I'm not using this because he did it. I'm just using this to get the NDA out so I can write a book and say something. It's so sad that this is why we need NDAs. It's really like you would hope that people had their relationship. It's over now. Let's move on. But instead, her first thing is like, give me $30 million.
But what if there's something we don't know? I've learned, in the legal system for personal reasons that sometimes you don't know the whole truth and that sometimes you only hear one side of the story. And what if there's something nefarious?
We hear hers from outside the house. Sorry.
She's not allowed in.
Sam, on this show, we don't see all sides. We just like to bash one.
I'm just saying we don't know everything.
You're
And
right.
I do know
You're
when
right.
people use, and Tiger Woods does have a history of abusing narcotics,
Yep.
that perhaps there is something to her story. I'm just asking that we all wait. Not saying Tiger Woods did anything wrong, but maybe she herself is indeed a victim. We don't know.
Yeah, I just wish what they had leaked had more legal
How
standing.
about the $30 million, though? Were you ever going to make $30 million in your life?
Exactly.
How dare you sue for? I don't like this. I'm suing everybody for $100 million. That's why she has people defending her, because there's a big payday for them.
It's a
involved.
grab. It's a
Do you
grab.
think he'll end up going to court over this, or just settling out to end quickly?
If I were Tiger Woods and this was the flimsiest case that I have with these details, I would immediately go to court. I would probably countersue.
Even if there was maybe he liked weird stuff in bed that might come out.
It has to go against the law. If the law is sexual harassment and she is saying there wasn't, you got bupkis.
All right, so
Bump kiss. That's the argument.
I agree.
Just go to the next story.
Yeah, she got none.
all right.
Bupkis is good.
Speaking of messy breakups, there's more fallout. Is this my
God.
same shot?
Yeah.
There's more fallout from the Vanderpump Rules cheating scandal involving Tom Sandoval and Raquel, otherwise known as
Rachel.
Scandival.
Oh yeah, that's
Good
the
one.
hashtag.
Sam.
But you just mentioned Raquel. Her name is Rachel.
Yeah, listen, the audience is already confused enough. Okay, so Raquel, I guess her real name is Rachel. We'll break that down later. Is now claiming that fellow castmate Sheena Shea shoved her into a brick wall and punched her in the left eye. Dexelli in the face and punched her in the eye. Anybody know that song?
Keep going. It'll come to me.
It's Snoop Dogg. It's Snoop Dogg. We just did a Snoop Dogg weatherman story that has nothing to do with this show either. So TMZ acquired photos of Raquel's face that she included in court filings. Raquel was granted a temporary restraining order against Sheena, who is also best friends with Tom's ex Ariana. You following me? No. So just last week, Raquel posted the shot from the show with Sheena in happier times, of course, but there are reports that the cast now wants Raquel to go away. Both Tom and Raquel have apologized on social media for the affair, but Lisa Vanderpump told Andy Cohen she's not buying it. Watch.
I don't think these apologies really are worth the kind of paper or the social media they're written on. I really don't. I think I want to see true contrition, and I hope that when the reunion comes, we actually all sit down and we can have a better understanding of how this happened, why this happened, and when this happened.
So, Sam, if there's a reunion and there's a restraining order, how does both of those things happen?
I don't know how they are legally going to go around that. I completely condemn Raquel/Rachel's actions on cheating and breaking up Ariana and Tom's 9-year relationship. However, she does not deserve to be punched in the face by Sheena Shea.
Allegedly.
Right.
Do you believe that she was?
Yeah, I do, because if you were watching it in real time, unfortunately, like I was, I've gone down that rabbit hole, and I'm constantly refreshing my Instagram stories because they're all posting, all cast members are posting in real time, and they've all discussed it. So I believe that Sheena did punch Raquel/Rachel. Now, I will say, though, Sheena has no right to wave her finger at anybody. She's the one that cheated on, she broke up the marriage between Eddie Cipriani and Brandi Glanville from Beverly Hills Housewives. So it's like, you're not innocent in all of this either. Like, you're throwing bricks at glass houses.
And podcasting about it.
Rocks, yeah.
Can I ask the question as a total outsider here? Because we're talking about this woman breaking up another relationship. And my question is that possible? Can you break up?
You mean, is it her fault?
No. Can somebody break up your relationship if you don't want them to?
Yes, they can.
Doesn't there have to be a door? So, like,
well,
why
obviously
is he
there's
totally
a lack of trust. Obviously there's a lack of trust. But when you are best friends with someone and you're going over to their house every night and then sneaking in to have sex with their partner, of course, that partner is equally culpable, but what kind of person does that make you? I can't imagine ever doing that to Tori or Tori doing that to me. Like, you have to be one of the worst people on the planet. However, I don't think you should be beat, and I don't think Sheena has any leg to stand on, considering her own history of breaking up relationships.
Right. Look, I just, Jeff, you have this thing about not being a victim, and I try and look at my what I've done in any situation. And in that situation, I would say not that she broke up my relationship. I would say I was a poor evaluator of my friendship with them and how I pick my friends, and that's totally on me.
Yeah, I don't think the blame is in the right spot there.
I don't think the blame's in the right spot.
I would put the blame on me.
Why don't, when someone cheated, it's your fault?
If I allow somebody that clearly doesn't have my best interest in mind to have that much access to my friends and family, I would look at myself and say, what steps did I take to get here?
Okay, you
can
evaluate
those.
That's fair. You can do that, but you also have to say, like, you have to say that person also infiltrated your trust and conned you, because that can happen too, and that's not your fault. Trusting isn't a bad thing to do to people.
People can only hold up a lie for like 10 hours. I'd break them down.
Wow.
Nobody's getting past me.
It's weird that, like, in today's day and age, you're always supposed to believe the victim, right? And believe whatever story. And the first two stories we had was about Tiger's ex, and we're like, no, I don't believe her.
You're right.
And
I didn't.
And now we're doing this about Raquel, and we're like, she's to blame. Why aren't we blaming Tom and Tiger?
1,000% do I blame Tom, and I'm not decided on Tiger versus his ex. I'm not.
Right. There's no.
But it's just funny how, like, if I'm like, oh, I'm with Tiger, sure you are. Chauvinist. You know what I mean? It's like, what? The story's clearly there.
It's case by case. I think you really have to do it case by case.
I think it's better when they're individuals and you can evaluate each situation.
That's too logical.
Like a case
We're on television.
We're
on television. That was ridiculous. We'll be right back.
Somebody roll the clip.
Let's make sure we have Jeff's sex tape.
Wow, things are getting spicy here at DBL.
Cold-hearted snake, look into his eyes.
Let's roll that again, everybody.
Great.
So me and Sam are just gossiping, like we always do, about Vanderpump Rules. Yep. But so many people are coming out of the woodwork on that show to capitalize themselves, and then, but at the same time being like, oh, I'm there for you. You're not there. You're there for podcast numbers.
Kristen has not posted a picture of Ariana
I don't know, ever.
And Kristen's a girl who got kicked off the
Yes.
show a couple years ago for saying some racial?
Like, yes, racist actions.
Okay,
yeah, because
something,
they
yeah.
set up the only black waitress that was on the show, and they didn't want her in any scenes, so they actually lied, her and Stassi. They both apologized for the actions, but they both lied, saying that she had stolen things. That's literally weaponizing.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, and you're literally weaponizing the police against her. You're tokenizing her. There's so many things that they did.
So they're off the show, but now they're kind of crawling back out of the woodwork
Kristen's
and
posting
capitalizing.
pictures of Ariana now. Like, come on. It's so, and that's what Lisa Vanderpump said on Watch What Happens Live last night. And Kristen is really upset about that. She wrote a whole thing this morning saying, I guess Lisa doesn't like me, blah,
Just
blah,
Goldie
blah,
Hawn?
blah. But yeah, it just doesn't ring true to sincerity. Anyways.
Okay, I'll say yes, not.
No, she is not. No, she is not.
Okay.
But you don't agree with me that that's your fault.
I'll just say we don't have.
I look at everything like that's my fault, and it's not. It might not be a good take, but it's the way that I improve myself for my next potential partner or next relationship with anybody.
I think
it's
that's,
just
my therapist would tell me, because I put everything on me, so I actually relate to that. You and I are very, Al and I are cut from the same cloth, even though we look very different. In what way? We, I think, are always holding ourselves accountable and always blaming it on ourselves, and the only reason why I disagree with you with Tori is because my therapist would tell me, can you say, okay, I should have noticed these red flags about this individual?
Nice job, buddy. Welcome back to DBL. The Oscars are this weekend. And speaking of that, Goldie Hawn says she regrets not being at the ceremony back in 1970 when she won Best Supporting Actress for the movie Cactus Flower. So Goldie was in London at the time when her friend, when what?
Fred Astaire.
Oh, man, I didn't have to be like that in the prompter. Fred Astaire is hard enough to say. Fred Astaire announced her name. Raquel Welch ended up coming on stage to accept the Oscar on her behalf. Now Goldie tells Variety she didn't even watch on TV. Let's take a look.
I forgot, actually, it was on television that night. So, and then I woke up from a phone call at like 4 in the morning or 3 in the morning, and it was a man's voice, and he said, "Hey, congratulations, you got it." And I just had wakened from sleep, and I said, "I got what?" He said, "You got the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress." I never saw it until a few weeks ago. I never got dressed up. I never got to pick up the award, but it's been sitting proudly wherever I go.
Sounds like she regrets it a little bit.
Yeah.
So Goldie also said the Oscars used to be elegant, but now things have become politicized, and sometimes there are off-color jokes she doesn't care for. And Goldie mourned the death of the quote-unquote movie star, saying a lot of young actors are making more money than actors did in the past, but no one really knows who they are. I agree with her on some of her statements she made there, a couple of them.
What do you agree
Which
with?
ones?
Just they used to be more elegant. I feel like just Hollywood in general. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying they're not elegant now or people don't look beautiful. I'm just saying maybe the ambiance of what it used to be old Hollywood, and you think of everyone in a tuxedo and a bow tie and a nice dress, and even when you go to Hollywood itself, you're like
nasty.
This is Hollywood? Right. And I kind of feel the same way now about the Oscars. It's kind of like, I'm not even Oscars, award shows in general.
It's
like
oversaturated.
It's over-politicized.
It's 'cause the curtain's been pulled, right?
Yeah.
It's like I didn't know who Katharine Hepburn was. You know what I mean? Like I didn't know what she was having for breakfast every day, and now I know everything about everything. So at some point, I agree with you. The mystery was there. You know?
I don't mind the political speeches. I think the political speeches, I get it. They rub some people the wrong way, but I also think, that's that person's opportunity. They believe to use their platform, and that's freedom of speech. And sometimes those speeches can move the needle one way or another.
Absolutely.
So I think that's okay, but I do agree that it doesn't feel elegant or special anymore because we see these stars 24/7, and it's almost like, okay, enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird because she kind of spoke out of both sides of her mouth there. She said she kind of missed the old school, but doesn't prefer the off-color jokes. What kind of jokes do you think were flying around Hollywood sets in the 50s and 60s?
Well said.
You know, I mean, there's a reason that we've had to have movements like this, because even the people that are live that we interview say things where I almost have to sit back. I'm like, that was going on your set? So, yes, things are changing. It's changing. You're right, Tori. They moved the curtain, so there's a little less glamour, but at least we know that the curtain's not there, so people aren't being abused.
That's really well said.
Coming up on DBL, Jennifer Nettles tells us all about the new dating show she's hosting where city girls look for love in the country.
Ooh.
If you want to stay looking young, stop running. That's what a New York plastic surgeon is suggesting, saying extensive running gives people an older looking face faster. But is that true? To get some answers, we went to sports medicine doctor David Geyer and the Skin Cancer Foundation.
It's about running.
This TikTok video by New York plastic surgeon Gerald Imber has gotten almost 3 million views. He says long-distance running and long-time runners can develop thin and older-looking faces because of the bouncing associated with running.
If you're an experienced runner, you've done it for 10, 20 years, it is possible that your face could look older than somebody your age that does other types of exercise.
Though Dr. Geyer says this can be true, he says it's not because your face is bouncing.
There's no evidence, at least, that your collagen and your cheeks will start to sag with repetitive bouncing. If that was the case, it wouldn't just be running, it would be Stairmasters and maybe the elliptical.
There are, however, other factors that can contribute to aging skin for longtime runners.
Anyone who runs outside or really does any type of outdoor exercise is exposing their face to a lot of sunlight and ultraviolet light. That ultraviolet light will cause your skin to age.
According to the Skin Cancer Foundation, regular daily use of SPF 15 can reduce your risk of developing melanoma by 50% and in turn can prevent premature skin aging. Dr. Geyer says fat loss in your face, which can happen when you run, can also make you look older.
People that do that level of training, an hour, 2 hours a day or more, that are very thin, some of that will come from the fat in the face.
Overall, Dr. Geyer says running is better for you than not, so you can lace up those shoes, but be sure to put on that sunscreen. With your Verify Fact Check, I'm Megan Bragg.
Who is ready to fall for a farmer?
Hello, my name is Jennifer Nettles, and I am thrilled to be the host of the fantastic new unscripted series, Farmer Wants a Wife.
Welcome back. Award-winning singer-songwriter Jennifer Nettles is back hosting a new dating show called Farmer Wants a Wife. Earlier, we spoke with her about finding Mr. Right on the ranch. Take a look.
Please welcome back to the show, Jennifer Nettles.
The gang's all here.
Oh, we're so excited to talk to you today. Farmer Wants a Wife premieres this week. You have hosted talent shows, but what was it like hosting a dating show? Higher stakes, right?
Super high stakes, very vulnerable. What else is more vulnerable than putting your heart out there for love, right? But for me, it was amazing because I love storytelling and I love nothing more than a love story. So these were 4 potential love stories right there.
Oh,
and it's good to connect with you. I was on the show Blind Date, so we can kind of connect like that.
Okay. Yeah, good. We have a thread there.
No.
Yes, mine was embarrassing and yours was amazing. So yeah, we have a connection there. But I really didn't know this. I didn't know, but Farmer Wants a Wife is an international show. Why do you think women from all over the world are attracted to farmers?
Well, here's the thing. I mean, I don't know that women from all over the world are attracted to farmers across the board, but I would say that there are women everywhere who are attracted to farmers, right? And all that to say, too, what I love about this show and what I think makes it so successful, because you said 32 countries, yes, but get this, like the stats are so successful for the relationship. They've had over 180 marriages and over 410 children have resulted from this show.
Damn.
So something is working, working out across the board. Yeah, so I think really it's because it's genuine. It's not like Instagram influencers trying to get 15 seconds of fame. It's like real people looking for real love for the right reasons.
Yeah, and I guess you kind of have to sit in it too. You can't just, if you're in the city, you can run around, but if you're on the farm, it's like
you're on the
you're
farm,
in an argument,
man.
y'all better work it out before dinner.
That's
so yeah,
right.
it makes sense.
I can't believe people go on TV and find their wife. It sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, right.
But I did.
So this is really interesting to me because I used to do country radio for a small stint in my life, but you've been a part of a movement called Equal Play to get more airplay for female country artists. Good job. Yes. Bravo. Do you think the industry has gotten any better with this in recent years?
You know, sadly, I would say the numbers don't show it. Nothing of major impact. Women, especially in country music, make up about 10 to 15% of radio play. And then once the streamers came in and the algorithms hit, it was even worse. Just, I could get all geeky and talk about predictive analytics and the way that all that works. But long story short, no. I wouldn't say it's improved.
Wow, that's fair and honest. You've worked with some of the greatest singers in the world, from Bon Jovi to Dolly Parton. Is there anyone you wish that you could work with, that just a dream collaboration? And also, is that Van Gogh wallpaper behind you? It's stunning.
Yes. How did you know?
Because I'm an art history geek. It's fabulous. Sorry, continue. Fabulous.
Thank you.
Here, thank you.
Welcome to my boudoir.
Happy, America.
I love that question. I mean, there are so many fantastic artists, and if I look at the people that I have had the pleasure of collaborating with, so many great musicians, so many great singers, so many amazing songwriters. Someone possibly that I haven't yet that could be amazing. I mean, Springsteen.
Yep.
Sting.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, I could name even, there are a lot of people that are current and modern in terms of like young people now, but I've had a chance to, I mean, Rihanna and Adele, like I've sung with them, like Beyonce, I've sung with her. So I've really had real opportunities to collaborate with some of the best. But there are, some great ones out there for sure. And even posthumously, like I think of someone like, there's just so many. Also, I would say too, I wish, fingers crossed, Linda Ronstadt, she's one of my favorites.
Oh, absolutely.
Jennifer Nettles, you are an incredible creative force and such an important voice that we need right now. DBL Nation, check out Jennifer hosting Farmer Wants a Wife Wednesdays on Fox. Thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bye.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks.
The Federal Trade Commission says Social Security scams are one of the most common government imposter scams. So we're going to tell you about two of the most popular ways scammers are trying to target your money and your personal information using these sources. First is the phone scam. Social Security says it will only call in rare circumstances, and if they do, you'll almost always be expecting the call. Meanwhile, scammers call out of the blue. Here's how the scam works. The scammer will call you, sometimes with a faked caller ID that says Social Security. Once you answer, they'll say your benefits are being suspended because of suspected fraud, or that they can increase them if you act now, but they need money, banking information, or personal data. But this is not how SSA works. A representative can't unilaterally cancel or increase your benefits on the spot. If there's an issue with your benefits, you'll get notices in the mail and in your online account asking for more information before they're suspended. However, just because you get a letter in the mail doesn't mean you should always trust it. The second most common Social Security scam comes in the mail. Here's how it works. Scammers send letters warning about an issue. They use the SSA's real logos and even the names of actual people who work there. To resolve the issue, they'll ask you to call a number which belongs to the scammer and then ask you to reveal your personal information. If you do get a letter in the mail or any other suspicious communication, make sure to only respond to it through a trusted method like SSA's online portal, the National Call Center at 800-772-1213, or by contacting your local office directly. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
Are you skeptical of headlines and what you see on social media? We are too. The Verify newsletter helps you distinguish between true and false information by answering your questions. It provides fast facts on trending topics, spotlights major stories, and even includes a daily fun fact for all those trivia buffs out there. Get Verify's Fast Facts delivered every weekday to your email inbox. Go to verifythis.com/email to check it out.
Daylight saving time, as we know it today, began more than 50 years ago. In 1967, Congress passed the Uniform Time Act, which standardized time in the U.S. But does that mean every state must observe daylight saving time? Let's verify. Our sources are the Uniform Time Act, the Congressional Research Service, and state laws across the country. The Uniform Time Act created a nationwide daylight saving time schedule to move our clocks forward in the spring and back in the fall. But states can opt out and remain on standard time year-round. Today, Hawaii is the only entire state that doesn't change its clocks. Most of Arizona also doesn't observe daylight saving time, except for the part that's in Navajo Nation. This is because Navajo Nation extends into Utah and New Mexico, which do change their clocks. So to keep things consistent, they observe DST. So no, daylight saving time is not observed in all 50 states. It's also not observed in the 5 populated U.S. territories, like Puerto Rico or Guam. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
Welcome back. We've got some amazing products from our friends at Morning Save. Check them out.
Steph, what do you have for us today? I'm in the mood to shop.
Ooh, Tori, hi, and hello DBL Nation. I am super excited to show off everything we've got today. The deals are fantastic. You need to check these out. So first up, this is backed by popular demand. Ooh. We've got the Tac Life 800 amp portable jump starter.
Oh, I love this.
So this deal includes 1 jump starter with the clamps, 1 car charger, 1 cigarette adapter, and 1 micro USB. Normally, these are $100, but we've got it for $39.99, which is saving 60%. Okay, check out this though, Tori. Oh, one of my favorites. We love sparkle, and it's the Tamborat lab-created gemstone princess cut ring. Yes! So this deal includes 1 beautiful ring that's available in 4 colors. The ring is available in sizes 6 to 9, and normally it's $64. Okay. But we've got it for $19.99, so that's saving up to 69%. Now, next up, this is really snazzy. We've got the 2-pack new Lasting Hair Vibrant Scalp Treatment with Elastaplex. Ooh. So this deal includes 2 scalp treatments to help weak, thinning, or even balding hair. Oh, wow. Normally, these are $149 each, but we've got 2 for $29.99, which is saving up to 90%. So our last product is the 2-pack Pop Sonic nail kit. So this deal includes 2 12-piece nail kits available in 4 styles. There's rose gold, Moroccan, plaid, and leopard. Whoa. Normally these are $40 each, but we've got 2 for $19.99, so that's saving up to 75%.
Head on over to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices, or just scan that QR code that's right on screen. It's going to take you directly to these products on Morning Save's website. Thank you so much, Steph.
I don't even know what to say. We were having our own conversation.
Yeah, we were.
That doesn't apply to anything we were talking about.
There's a really good ring in there, and it's one of the Morning Save's best sellers, so check it out if you're looking for sparkly good cocktail rings.
I do want a sparkly
excellent
good
one
ring.
and good price.
I'm such a dad. When you said ring, I thought you meant the camera.
Wow.
We'll
Old
see you
man.
tomorrow. Ouch.
Yeah.